Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be working on Okaa-San's Big Happy Family, a game about gaslighting people for fun. Oh god, my boys. My boys. Why did they make these choices? Mm. I'm in a good mood. I got my coffee, got my day planned out, and as you can see here, I'm rewriting mechanics because I have no sense of right or wrong, and my life is falling apart. So one of the big things I decided to shift over from the last stream was the idea of this horrifying chart. Pretty much the idea is I want to have an agent has an approach, and they have a thing that they are actually doing, an action, you could call it. So, for example, anger and violence, pretty simple. Anger learning. Ooh, how do you angrily learn something? Well, you beat the shit out of someone is how you do it. You punch them in the fucking face. You're going to tell me what I want to know. It's how you it's you doing something with anger to learn something. But then, like, learning manipulating. Manipulating will get changed because it's not manipulating, it's more like the physical kind of manipulation. Yeah. I might be going silent because oh, because I have no sense of right or wrong, Mecha Girl. Yeah, sorry about that. As I was saying, uh, I've if I go silent, I've been talking with people recently, because my dear friend Varric, my local Russian, introduced me to the new TSR coming out recently, and that's really weird. There's some weird shit going on with that company, and I cannot put my finger on what is up. They want to make like a theme park. There is, oh god, I'm getting a phone call. This is my life. Hi, I'm back. I'm alive. I'm all those fun things. My mother wanted to talk, and when my mother wants to talk, she doesn't take no for an answer. So here I am again. All right, we're gonna. Where was I? Fuck. Yeah, no, the BGM is Pacora's background, just with a acoustic guitar. That's it. Because I was like, oh, I need some new background tunes, and I found Pacora's background. I still don't watch VTubers, but I like acoustic guitar, and this one had a nice vibe. I tried to like, oh, I'll alternate between the others. The others suck. So I said nah to that. So as I was going, pretty much the idea is you're going to have your approach and you're going to have what you're actually going to be doing. Some of these are a little bit more obvious. Anger, violence, I want to beat you to death. However, you can also get some that are a little bit odder, such as drama violence. What is drama violence? Well, you're being dramatic as you beat the shit out of someone. You're making a show of it. You're playing the secret police. It's you walking up to someone, cracking their skull to make sure everyone in the 15-mile radius is like, oh fuck. Also, maybe wondering like, what's anger and like empathy? Gaslighting. Am I saying gaslighting is like an encouraged tactic in this game? Yes, because you're the secret police. That is the goal. Gaslight your opponents. Make them do things you don't want them to do. They don't want to do. Why? Because you're a bad person. But hey, you gotta make sure the people on Bliss are happy. That is your chief priority. So, I did switch things around. Pretty much I did make it so that there is, if I can actually select it, there are 3 checks now. Instead of just having like this blanket counter system, there are 3 kinds of checks. Snap checks are something came up, act fast. This is like your what a normal check would be. Very simple, very easy. The planning check is when you're going into an encounter, pretty much like a set piece encounter. You make a planning check. Pretty much you're going in there, you can use things to boost your roll up, but these are preset amount of dice that you have that you can use at any time during the scene. Because it's a story game bullshit. That's the point. Finally, we have the opportunity check, which is, hey, something is going on. Let's try to change my planning dice because I'm gonna like take another approach. It's the oh, okay, I went into this using you fucking I went in there using drama and empathy because I wanted to convince people that oh, you got to work with us because we're here to help. That's not working. Anger, violence, beat the shit out of them until they want to work with us. That's how it works. Is it flawless? Absolutely not. But you make do. Story games are not easy, I have learned. Story games suck. This is not easy. I do not know how people do this. Oh my god, who's fucking pinging? Who pinged me? Who? You. Block. Go to the fucking nightmare zone, you fucking little bitch. Roll equal to the approach and training during snap checks. The agent will score successes if they roll a 5 or 6 on the die. Only a single success is needed to pass. Planning checks have the agent roll their dice and keeping a number of successes from 4 4 to 6. Pretty much a 50-50 instead of just like a 5 or just a 6. You know, again, you're planning ahead. So funny, I like it when I'm math ping. It's funny if I'm math ping. Fucking people on Discord. Holy shit. Oh my god. They're still pinging. They're still fucking pinging. Nothing. I don't want to mute channel. Is there any way to... I'm leaving the server. Fuck that. I'm not dealing with that horse shit. I am not dealing with people right now. Plan checks how the agent roll or dice, keeping numbers. I'm going to use these successes while in... So, and finally, opportunity checks. Allow the agent to re-roll to either take a different approach, take a different set of approach and training, or re-roll their failed dice in their failed planning dice in an encounter. So, pretty much how this is worked, how this system is working, is I need to do thing. Like you're entering an encounter. That's a key idea. You enter an encounter. There's something happening here. How do we handle it? What do we do? What you need to do is going to roll your dice beforehand. Be like, okay, we are entering a drug den. We all know we're probably going to go into a fight here. Like, we all know this. We're going to get into a fight. So what do? We're going to roll our gray. Actually, let's say we want to make it. Let's say we're going in. We're going in quiet. Like, we're going to roll our grace and our manipulating. That's the encounter check. Okay, things have gone wrong. Opportunity check. You can either still try to use your grace and even your manipulating to get through the situation. You can still try to sneak through even though things have changed. Alternatively, you could say, no, I'm going to use my anger and my violence to start gatting bitches. Or I'm going to use I'm going to use my logic and my empathy to appeal to them. It's change the situation. Alternatively, use drama and violence for all your problems. Nothing says I can fix it, then running into a crowded room as the secret police, shooting someone in the head, waving the gun around and saying, bitch, I'll do it again. That's the idea. We can either continue doing what we're doing even though the situation has changed, or we can try a new approach. And that's the opportunity check. Okay, I knew that sounded a little bit far. Agents may... Yeah, you never want... Snap checks are dangerous. Snap checks, like, you're not prepared for it. You're not ready for it. You're snapping into action. What I should actually say is roll a 6 on the die. Only a single success is needed to pass. Okay, so... Alright, so we've got the game working. I think that system will work pretty well. So what we need to do now is we need to find an agent. Alright. Alright, so let's go here. Happy birthday, sibling in Japanese. We just want to Kodai. Oh, can I get a nope, I didn't mean I just want Kyodai. Nope. That's not it. I want to do sibling. Kyodai. Now what we get to do now is we get to go here because welcome to the wonderful world of trying to guesstimate Japanese when you definitely are not. I wonder, is there a word for just sibling? Sibling. Not Chinese. We need Japanese because we're in a Japanese hellhole.
Brothers and sisters.
Kyodai shimai.
Kyodai shimai. And now, since we have Kyodai shimai, we go to Romanji desu. And we translate it into Romanji. Because Japanese is crazy. No, we need to do Japanese translation. Kyodai shimai. Kyodai shimai. Kyodai shimai. Okay, so if you have Kyodai. So if I just have Kyodai, would that work? Would that just translate to brothers? No, Kyodai. You need the full thing. You need the full Kyodai shimai. Because in Japanese, Kyodai shimai would be brothers and sisters. And what would be your brothers and sisters? It would be your Kyodai shimai. If I want to say my siblings, it's my Kyodai shimai. Welcome to the wonderful fucking happy birthday, Kyodai shimai. Agents of family. Are drawn from the masses. Not exact. Drawn from the masses based on their compatibility score. Compatibility scores, as well as their ability to blindly follow orders. A brother or sister, family. Actually, it would be. See, if we really want to get real. If we really want to do it, it would be technically. It'd be. Let me see if I can remember how to do this correctly. Because you have things like anarchy, which is more like a really. You want to make it really formal. I actually wrote them all down. So I'm a fucking weeb. Onesan, Nissan, Onesan, Garos Veg, Zani, Wani, Toto, Imoto. Okay, same ring. Ani, Ni. brother or sister of family. A brother or sister of family act as the arms acts as the arms of the shadowy organization, allowing for Okaa-San to have direct influence over the lives of those living in the delusion. Because that is literally the entire plot of this setting. Pretty much, the government is run by a singular entity known as Okaa-San, otherwise known as Mom. and Mother is fucking insane, or may not be, because everyone's too high on fucking drugs. And you're just the unfortunate dumbasses who came off the high and now have to either get forcefully reconverted to the high or become a member of family, which you work for the secret police. Like Okaa-San have direct influence. And agents are multifaceted individuals with different backgrounds, lives, and specialties. The unifying factor is that they are no longer people in the eyes of society. They are shadows. They exist only to enforce the will, focus on, and keep the peace by any means necessary. Hence why I have a God, how do you pronounce it? Shishigumi? Sheep people. Let me see if I can actually pronounce it. Shigumi, not Shigumi. Japanese secret police. God damn it. Secret police. Old. What is not the Kanape? Shogunate. I always the Shinsengumi. Shinsengumi. Blech, God damn it. Or the new Select Brigade. Even though, fun facts, yeah, the Shinsengumi, yeah. Fun fact, one of the, like, there are a significant number of members of the Shinsengumi that are in Fate for some reason. I don't know why. And even, like, my second favorite character in Golden Kamui is from that. Because making this godforsaken V-Sona right here with fucking Rand Fumo, because I have no sense of right or wrong, took me far too long. And if you know your Fate lore, you probably know that body pillow I'm holding is also a member of that organization. Yeah, I went down the Fumo rabbit hole, unfortunately, the other day, and I've learned to not fuck with people who like Fumos. I am terrified when I hit the Toho game. You have no idea. Because I know if I make, like, one wrong decision, I am going to get lynched. There will be no survivors. let me see. There's like, I think there's like 4 or 5 Shinshigumi members in Fate. I believe the girl one that's in there who is a little thin Japanese man. Akita, I believe her name is. Akita? No, I know. Fate. Grand Order. Okita, that's it. Yeah, Okita Shoji. Yep, right here. Now, if you ever want to know why I adore Fate. So, Fate is ridiculous. This is Akita Shoji. Like, oh wow, look, she's so cute. She's my waifu. And I want you to remember, Akita Shoji is this motherfucker right here. So anytime anyone's like, ooh, my waifu was so cute, just remember, they're actually fapping to this man. Sometimes you gotta break people out of the illusion to make them feel better about themselves. You could say that's the funny thing with like 95% of people with Fate. Anytime they're like, man, my waifu is Attila the Hun, and like winks at you, being like, gay. Even though Attila the Hun is like a fucking alien in that series, or what's like Attila or something. I already wrote one Fate game. I ain't going back to it. Altera, that's it. Yeah, I wrote one Fate game and had to dive real deep into the lore, and I ain't doing that shit again. Fuck that. Fuck that. That was not fun. Not fun at all. Let's see. Okay, agent creation. So, how do we want to do this? Because what we need to do is... So, we'll do approach and training. Yeah. Okay, we'll do approach and training. What do we want to do? We can probably do approach and training. I want to say the gauges, but not the gauges. We can probably do statics. Oh, health match. We'll call it metrics, because that's like the idea of your health, your bliss, or how much you're a security threat. You know, things like that. So I'm going to call that the metrics. I need a better name for it, but I'll come up with one probably in like... It'll be like 3 in the morning when I come up with a good one, but that's fine. And then we are going to add in quirks, which I wrote in for the Keijo game, but I'll probably use the same ideas. Actually, we can do... Actually, you know what we'll do? See, on one hand, what I was thinking about doing is having the specialty contribute to your approach and training. Actually, you can probably do your specialty approach with your exclusive training. Gives you kind of like a baseline while you have to determine who you kind of act like. So would you put specialty before that, or would you put specialty after you explain the approach and training? I'm going to say we're going to put them before. We're going to do specialty into the approach and training. Then we're going to go to the metrics, into quirks, which are pretty much going to be a combination of like just things that make you unique, as well as basic skills. Is there anything else really? No, not really. Okay, yeah, we got a good... Yeah, we got a good look on things. Okay, so... Also, all these names are subject to change because they're terrible. So, specialty. I hit a button that I really shouldn't have. No, I'm worried I could change something. Okay. Agent spec. Okay. The most important aspect of an agent is their specialty. What their chosen optimal field of study, augmentation, and training puts them up for. The most important aspect of the agent is their specialty, what their chosen optimal field of study, augmentation, and training. That makes that turns a regular individual into a proper family member. Because I wanted some weird shit in this game, because that's the entire fucking point of it. It's supposed to be a little bit weird, because you're living in a mo-totalitarian dictatorship. So, let's see what our basic classes I put in here. Okay. I'm actually going to put these, like... Put those right there so I don't forget it. So we need to look at... Okay, what's our basic classes that we put in? I put in originally. Okay, so we're going to have the basic Oni, obviously, because Onis are Onis. Samurai, we'll put in the Tente, because Tente is literally just detectives. So, let's think. Actually, an idol would... What would you call a false idol? Idol cult. Marketed for image attractive personality in Japanese, primarily single training, acting, dancing, and modeling. What would be like a nega idol then? What the fuck? We're going to a godless place. Let's go to JP. They might have my answers. Hi, JP. Eternal own the whole thread. We don't talk about the eternal own the whole. What's the? No, that's not right. I knew it was that, but God, double check. Suicidal? That might work. Let me see. Yeah, fuck it, will work. It'll work. It's a better name than looking through JP. God, why is... Oh, JP, why are you so cringe? Don't mind me, I just need to check something real fast. No. Where are you? There we go. Let's see, are they bitching about TG again? Surprisingly, they aren't bitching about TG. Okay, so, yeah, once in a blue moon, they don't actually... Kusaido. me see. A pet handler. So, let me see. Okay. Onis are mostly based around beating the shit out of things. Beating the shit out of problems. Samurai are about more diplomatic violence. Tente are the strict detective. Kusa idols are talkers, walkers and talkers. Yeah, it works. Because in lore, there is a thing called graduation, which the entire ideal is that you have graduated from being a regular citizen into being a productive member of society because you've been taking too much drugs. So being a Kuso idol may be appropriate. Being like, congratulations, you've been an idol for so long that people are bored of you now, but you're so high on, but you've fucked up with so many drugs that you're kind of a useless. You're useless to everybody else. However, we like you, so we'll accept you into it, into the family, and hope for the best. Man, these were terrible. Actually. Oh God, what would be? You know, we'll start with the base 4, and we'll see what we can do to expand those out later on. I just need to get these on paper. My goal is to get all of these done today. That's my goal. Get character creation done. So, so that would be 3. Dealing with Oni-san. Proper family members. The agent specialty. Gives them their initial training and values associated. Give them their initial training and equipment over the field. Not every specialist is trained the exact way. So agents trained the exact way, allowing agents to modifying their training slightly to accommodate their needs. Which is to say, you're going to get a spread, and that's going to be your base spread, and then you're going to get like 2 points to spread among however you want to do it. Don't worry, that's the point. So, Oni. Actually, can I just steal this? Because I'm incredibly lazy. I'm going to attempt training in Okaa-San's dojos. The agent is a monster in a fight, able to break enemies of Okaa-San and the authority with ease. Oni hat. So we're going to actually do their base attributes, and we have our basic attributes or basic training, which is going to be violence, learning, manipulating, and empathy. We're going to make it base 5 with a +2. So you're going to have 7, and that means by default with 4, you're going to have 7. Actually, we can do 3. So if we give them 3, it'll have like an average of 2 across the board. which is pretty good, but like these guys would be like 3, 0, 0, actually 0. Like they're not very empathetic. They're not trained to be empathetic. They're not trained to learn. They're trained to beat your face in and do things quickly. Okay, so and then equipment wise, they're gonna get the Tetsubo. Security Tetsubo. Since it's going to be that, it's going to be a violence weapon, because that's what all it's going to be really used for. It's going to be violent. Actually, what we can do is we can say it's going to be an anger tool. So you can use anger for anything with it. And probably we can give them muscular augmentations, which is going to be based around violence. Not going to do much outside make you more violent. So, okay. Able to distribute 3 additional training. Able to distribute 3 additional training. Actually, 3 additional training among any of their attributes. Among any of their training. Then it's 3 additional training to any of the below, to a maximum of 5, 5. Retractable Tetsubo, because you're going to beat someone's face in. Muscular augmentations, because you're all about beating people to death. All right, so samurai. Usually training that would kill most people. The agent quickly becomes the elegant blade to Okaa-San's enemies, quickly slicing their foes down in a single strike, leaving nothing more. And then the reminder of their loyalty. And they are able to distribute 3, maximum of 5. And let's see, their violence is going to only be 1. Their learning is going to be 1. Their manipulating is going to be 1, and their empathy is going to be 1. So, but they're also going to get 2, 3, 4, 5. Security Katana, and that is going to be based entirely around. Actually, what we can do is, what is that outfit they wear? The Hakama. Not Hakama. Hakama, tries to remember Chinese Imperial Court, Tang Dynasty. I know there's like the full setup. That'd be howdy. Full howdy uniform, because guess what? You are far more formal than anyone else. Now you need a second one, so if we have one here, we can probably get... Actually, I can probably take away empathy. I don't need that. We'll put a second one in here. But wait a second. That makes... No. 111. What would it be? So you run howdy. Goggy. Spell that miserably every time because I can't read. Shinsugumi. Give me your uniform because you're going to be based entirely off that. Over kimono, tanuki, my core column, the toss. Okay. We'll call it light. Light security protection. That would mean some... Alright, that leads us to Tante. Alright, Alton already skilled. Their task, Tante. The agent is trained in the art of manipulation. And finding the dirty little secrets of those around them. The agent is Actually, veterans understand that those selected for the program often will rise high through the ranks or go down in flames very early. They are able to distribute a maximum of 5, and that means violence, learning, manipulating, and empathy. Empathy, you're going to have a 2-3-2 setup with 0 violence and 0 manipulation. Actually, we can probably do 1-1. And we're going to give them a Tente soft. Tente net access, which is going to be purely logic driven. Actually, it would be learning driven, probably. Learning, and what else would they want? They would probably want something empathetic. Who is pinging me, pinging me, pinging me? Everyone always pings me because for some fucking reason Discord doesn't allow me to mute things. Let me see. I play when let me see, when do you play these games with friends, ever run a play test, ever stream a game? I'm just gonna fucking choke to death because I'm an idiot. Play with my guys. I don't like play testing my own games because I see issues that others may not, and vice versa. Will I stream games? Probably not. Because I only really enjoy playing with my guys who are notoriously quiet. And we're very prone to inappropriate jokes. There we go. People always ask me, being like, "Hey, why don't you play more games?" And it's like, because I play with my guys, and I don't make these games for anyone else. I make it for them because they're my friends. We need something for drama for them. Actually, do we need something for drama? Give them leg augments. And our finally our Yakuza idol. Are drawn from the higher echelons of society, and either quickly find themselves back in the fold, who wake up or drawn from the higher echelons of society, especially the incredibly popular idol scene that Okaa-San and the Authority have cultivated. woken up. Woken up idols are often given a simple choice. Work for the family, work for family, or go to a dark, dark place. Because I'm very direct when it comes, like, this is a shitty place to live. Violence, we want learning 1, manipulating 2, actually manipulating 1, and we want empathy 2. Alright, we'll do the idle augments. Actually, we would be empathy. Yeah, I think it'd be empathy. We do 1 for empathy. And then we'll do cute outfits. Cute outfits for drama. Why? Because you're still a fucking Japanese kawaii doki doki girl who has to be kawaii and doki doki. When you so what? You may be, you may be beating someone to death with a nightstick because they decided to, try to do the terrible sin of speak their mind and think being high on drugs isn't the nicest thing in the world, but it still does not excuse you to not be adorable while doing it. Sometimes you just gotta ooh-woo your problems away, and sometimes that ooh-wooing involves breaking someone's kneecaps. Come on. Don't you want to be my doki doki girl? Anon sort of paragraph A to Z. Bum, 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 ba bum. Was so idle. I would probably, if I were to be given a wild guess to myself, I would probably do about 3 more of these to kind of get a good, like, wrap up of every single type of these characters. Actually, I don't need you. Tente, Samurai, Money. Yeah, probably like 3 more to kind of give a nice wrap up of things, but this will work for now because if we can get these ones working, we can start exploring a little bit more when it comes to them. Actually, what I need to do is I need to put this here. We need to do approaches, training. Approaches act as a method for the agent to enforce their will on others. Each approach can be ruled. Each approach can apply to the different varieties. Apply to the 4 different varieties of training. Each approach can be applied to the 4 different varieties of training. The agents. Okay. These augment and change the nature of the training and what is actually, quote, occurring in the situation. So let's go here real fast before we put it in here. Anger and violence. Anger plus violence means the agent is engaging in a pastime of simply beating the opposition to a pulp. While anger plus empathy is the subtle art of gaslighting a target into believing you. Finding different combinations is the key to the agent's success. On and off case. At agent creation. So let's see, if we have 8 spread among there, that means we're going to get 2, 2, 2, 2 at most, but we want these to be a little bit higher with a minimum of 1. So if we do maybe 8, maybe do 10 points, we get a good spread here. 10 divided by 4, that would make 2.5 each. So we're probably going to, we would have at least 2 3s minimum to a maximum of 5. So at agent creation, the agent has 10 points to distribute among their approaches to determine how they act. They act in certain situations. These will color the agent's perspectives and overall personalities. Anger. Just to determine how they act in certain situations. To a maximum of 5. So you can have 2 at 5 and then 2 at 0, but that would be like, that is what you that is your thing, is those 2 things. If you max out anger and drama, you are supposed to be acting like a constantly angry dumbass. Yeah, so to a maximum of 5. These will color the agent's perspective and overall personality in more than a few ways. So anger. So actually, it would be anger. Is a hothead. Reacting with impulse and aggression. Anything they dislike. Angry agents. Focus more on dealing with others than dealing with their own problem, than dealing with themselves. breaking, and smashing the opposition is the best and only solution. You have high anger, you're going to want to act angry. You're the one who's going to snap at people. You're the one who, it's like, I want to get into a fight. You're walking in there, you're going to beat someone. You're going to deck a bitch in the face. You're not being, it's not a dramatic, you're not being kind of overblown about anything. It's you walking up to someone and cracking them cracking them in the nose. It's you shaking someone down for information. It's you, manipulating, it's you, I need to change this word. It's you doing whatever that is, physical manipulation. It's you doing things very directly. And hell, even when it comes to things like empathy, you're breaking and smashing another person. Hey, you really gotta, you're gonna work with me, or something bad's gonna happen. That's kind of your raw intimidation, is like, I'm going to hurt you if you do not do what I want you to do. So then we have drama. The truth thespian philosopher, thinking broadly to impress others and to show themselves off to the world. Being a showboat, dramatic agents, are helping themselves while helping others, often by manipulating. Are helping others while helping themselves, playing the long game of impressions and breaking them down. Drama is pretty simple. You're big, you're showy. People are going to see you do what you do. Anger, not so much. Anger is, anger for violence, for example. Anger is grabbing someone in the back of the head and slamming them into a wall. They're going to die because you want them to die. Drama is, doing a flying jump kick into the street as you beat them in the street. Or, it's you making a grand show of it. You want to intimidate everyone in the room. Be like, dramatic violence isn't pulling a gun. It's you John Woo diving with the gun as you gun down everyone you dislike. It's big, it's exciting, it's, dramatic. Kind of in the name. Grace. Slowly and steadily. Never fully committing till it's perfect time to strike. Appear and disappear when needed. They're the good cop. They're the good cops. Bad cops. Actually, yeah, they are the good cops. Bad cops. And the malicious ones who get what they want, when they want it. Grace is kind of the odd one. It's not only like being like light on your toes, but it's like graceful in conversations. It's you slowly kind of sussing out what you need from someone. It's me like, okay, if you're doing a stealth thing, it's going to be probably grace. However, if you want to assassinate someone, it'll probably, be violence and grace. You're very slowly setting something up. You're very slowly making sure it's going to work. And you're going to very slowly get into it. But it's one of those things like, I've set everything up. I'm going to execute it now, and I'm going to win. I've won before the game even began. And finally, logic. has the cold and a scholar, treating each situation with the indifference they would swatting a bug. Logical agents rely on themselves to solve the situation as fast and efficient as possible, not letting any variable get in the way. Don't think I need you anymore. Go. And now we need to do training. Where approaches are the how. The training is the what. Training is broken down into four broad categories: violence, learning, manipulating, name pending, and empathy. The agent already possesses their base training from their specialty. Their specialties. Specialty allowing the agent to the agent already possesses their base training from their specialty. Yeah, we don't really need to go that in depth with them, but we're going to have to go over them anyway. So, violence. Beating, hitting, shooting, and generally bringing harm to another individual is the art of violence. An agent skilled in violence. Violence solves problems physically. Dispatching foes with a cold detachment. Dispatching foes with either furious abandon, dramatic flourishes, or any other combination, situation. Learning. Finding information is one Family's core goals in the field. Understanding and discovering the truth and how to deal with it. Learning can occur anywhere, as it represents the agent's ability to understand and process the information at hand. Learn can occur anywhere, as it represents the agent's ability to understand and process the information at hand. Manipulating. Physical world is filled with parts that need to be touched, jumped, and fiddled with. Technology is simply an extension of Okaa-San's will. Extension of Okaa-San, and those train the art of manipulation. Those trained in manipulation, technology, can just as easily manipulate people. Empathy. The Blisswalkers are content living in their personal illusions into the outside world. While they process conversations, there is a detachment from the conversation. Not every soul is like this, though. Many off-bliss see the world for what it is. Bleak, hopeless, and filled with people like family. Empathy, if you haven't quite guessed, empathy is the charisma stat. I'm not happy with manipulation. It's kind of like, I just put it on there. I'm like, I need it. I don't know how to fix it, you could say. I have a few ideas, but I'll worry about that when the time comes. When the time comes. Oh, Ryu Kamiya. You crazy bastard, you. Keep trying to pitch your... Oh, God. People are people. Okay, so we've got this done. Great sympathy, learning, manipulating violence, purchase the training, so you're going to get 10 of this. So I'm going to just draft a quick character just to make sure. So we're going to make, let's make Mr. Tanaka. Mr. Tanaka, Tente. And so we are going to have his training. And he's going to have, actually since he's going to be a Tente, he's going to have 1, 3, 1, 0, and we get to do 3. We're going to bump that up 1. We're going to bump violence up 1. And we're going to probably bump learning up 1. There we go. So 6, 7, 8. Perfect. And actually, so I don't forget, we have anti-net. Anger, drama, grace, logic. Yeah, that's right. Grace, logic. We get 10 to divide. He's not going to be a very angry man. He's not going to be very dramatic. He's going to approach the world very analytically. So something like this. So 4, 2, 2, 2. And actually, we can probably turn drama down one, put grace back up one. There we go. All right, there's your character. There's Mr. Tanaka, Tente Emporium. Okay, so Mr. Tanaka works so far. So what we need to do is the metrics now. No, we're going to do quirks first, I think. We're going to call it quirks. Probably get changed like everything else. Quirks. Every agent is a unique soul in the field, with each one possessing with their own personality and problems they have to deal with. These are represented through a system called this is represented through quirks. Quirks are an expression of the agent. Their problems, benefits. Their problems, benefits, and even more unique trainings. At agent creation, each agent will possess one quirk. But may take additional quirks. May take up to 2 additional quirks. May take it up to 2 additional quirks if they take detriments. Detriments are universally negative. Negative aspects of the character of the agents that makes their life far more difficult than one would think. Difficult. Every quirk past the first requires a detriment to be taken as well. And then we're going to add in sample quirks. Actually, what I should do, anytime a agent's quirk becomes relevant, they will add or remove a success. They will add an additional success. Success regardless of their role. If the quirk or detriment were to come up, or to affect their performance negatively, then they will remove a success. Not exactly complex, but it works. And that, my friend, is all we really need. And then they will remove, then the agent will remove a success. So, what we get to do now is... Here's your story game bullshit. Hopefully you like it, because we all like story game bullshit. Oh, God. Legs, please, work. Okaa-San. Okaa-San worksheet, so we're going to do example quirks, example detriments. So let's see, what would be some good example quirks of it? We'll do like keen eyesight. Former idle manager. Impeccable aim. Terrifying visage, because you're just that scary to look at because you are a terrifying human being. Polyglot. That would be another good one to throw in there. That would be thematic. Oh yeah. No, wait. Actually, we'll do Bliss manufacturer. Actually, we'll do former Bliss distributor. So, example detriments. Cheap prosthetic leg. Functional mute. Let's see. Weak to women. Hideous. Let's see, what would be detrimental to a Secret Service agent? Like claustrophobic. Because phobias would be a pretty bad thing to deal with. And we'll probably go with what's a good final one? Ah, yes. There we go. Misandrist. But if you're a misandrist, that means you're a good guy, right? Nah. There we go. There we go. Example quirk. Why are you capitalized? Stop being capitalized. There we go. Is this system directly taken from the Keijo game I wrote? Yes, it is directly taken from the Keijo game. But it works, so fuck you. That's what. I worked hard on that Keijo game. You know how many ass jokes I had to make? Too many. Too many is how many. So let's see. So, metrics. Things go wrong. Very wrong. Things go wrong. And when encounters when situations begin to go sour, the metrics of the agents begin to suffer. Metrics represent the agent's ability to remain a functional member of family and allows them to continue their operations unhindered. Should a metric, actually what I should say is the agent will increase the agent will increase their metrics when they fail encounters and snap checks, or they will deliberately raise them by 1 to gain a bonus die to their check. How do I want to word this? Or they will deliberately raise. I will probably give that a more thematic name. Actually, what we can do, fail encounters or snap check. The fail encounters or snap checks, representing them gradually getting more hurt, or closer to the delusion. An agent can willingly increase their metrics by 2 steps and receive a bonus dice. A bonus die and receive a bonus die to a check of their choice. Should a metric be filled, the agent is considered compromised. While in this state, any increase to that metric will remove them from play. We'll remove them from play. So pretty much you have like a little bit of safety. Like you can hit your full 10 metric, like your full 10 health or your full whatever, and not die. The problem is, like, if you take any more, you're immediately going into that, like, yeah, you're fucked. So we're going to have, we'll call it something like meet, threat, stability. Okay, meet, threat, ego, and I'll call it bliss. Meet. And we're going to say it's going to, all of these are probably going to have, we'll call it 6 steps. I'll have to write up a grid for each of them. Won't be too difficult, but it's going to be something like unharmed, bleeding, And then mortal wounds. Mortal wounds. The agent's physical well-being. To shrug off harm to themselves, to them. An agent at full meat. An agent agent with meat compromised is on death's door, bleeding heavily in the way of saving themselves from any further harm. Threat. Minimals. Actually, it would be trusted to Code Z. The agents trust. The agents trust and threat to family in total. Agents who dig too deep or find out the dreadful secrets of society may find themselves higher on the threat rating simply due to higher on threat rating. An agent with threat compromise is a Code Z. One more step out of line. And there'll be open season to other members of family. Whatever you do not. Pretty much, it's the idea of don't betray the government because you work for them and they pay your bills. Government good? ? Government bad? ? Government and does things, and they really don't care about you because it's the government. Ego, we want to do stable. Break down the agent's mental health and ability to maintain their sense of self. An agent who has their ego compromised is on the collapse of a total ego shutdown, of a total mental collapse, forcing family to commit them to a bliss routine to keep their minds, quote, relatively stable. And then finally, bliss. Cold, blissful. It agents direct consumption, bliss. A designer drug keeps the Blisswalkers in line. Agents agents are drawn from those who bliss has minimal effect on anymore. But agents can quickly develop bad habits Habits by abusing Bliss's effects. An agent's bliss being compromised has the agent on the verge of becoming one of the Blisswalkers themselves. Blisswalkers themselves. Unaware of their surroundings. Remember, kids, don't do drugs. Because drugs will make you happy. We don't want people being happy in the future. That's bad. But yeah, no, I'll probably do like a little like graph or something being like, hey, this is what this is kind of like understanding. Like you only have X amount of meat, X amount of threat. So you kind of want to increase certain things. It's like, can I afford to increase my bliss because I'm already at like critical bliss, or do I kind of pull back on that and like get myself hurt or whatever? So it's kind of a back and forth there. Which is like ego shutdown is like, let's just pump them full of so many drugs they can't even think anymore. So, okay, we've got our metrics, our quirks, our approaches and trainings, our various agents. Okay. I think I'm going to call it here for today. We made pretty good time. And let's see where we are, roughly speaking. Okay, so we've got all of this. What we need to do next time, probably this Friday, we need to do encounters. And then we need to do... Actually, Friday we can do encounters, because that's probably going to take out a pretty good chunk of things. After encounters, we are going to be working on... We can work on equipment. Then it would be campaign. Actually, it would be episode construction, season construction. Actually, and then it would be campaign construction. What else are we missing? What else are we missing? What else are we missing? Nothing much. Yeah, this game is not going to be that thick. I already know that, like, going in. So, if things go according to plan, I'll see if I can't rip through encounters on Friday and then, like, try to do like all of this next Monday. So, if things go according to plan, and I mean beautifully according to plan, which never occurs because it's me, probably we can get encounters done on Friday. We'll move to equipment, episode, and campaign construction, which this will be pretty much an episode is going to be a strung together amount of encounters, used with a overall goal at the end. A campaign is a strung together set of episodes in the attempt to do that, and it's kind of that idea of building and decreasing. The big thing with episodes is that you don't reduce anything. You don't reduce your metrics. If you get hurt early on, you're going to stay hurt. If you get hurt during a campaign, you can reduce it a little bit, but it's going to kind of persist. Because this game is not going to be designed for very long play. This is going to be a game designed for a campaign lasting 4 or 5 sessions, or an episode being a one-shot. I might even put in solo rules if we have good time. I'll probably put in like solo rule options, just to get across the idea of like, hey, this is a game for people who want like a really quick, nice simple story game, because that's what the game is. It's a fucking story game, much to my great chagrin, because good God, writing story game stuff is a bitch. I do not get how people do it. But thank you all for watching. My name is Notepad Anon. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Godspeed, good luck, and I will catch you on Friday. And this Saturday, we are going to be doing a weekend stream, probably. A weekend warrior stream. So pop in, don't pop in, do whatever you want. We live in an egoist society. All right, I am away. Goodbye.